Peace be with you and welcome to Divine High Priestess Activated. What is good? Beautiful Reiki healers, tarot card readers, prophetess, high priestess, high priest energy, divine feminine energy, Mikasa es Sukasa. Bring your high frequency and let's just make more high frequencies. Let's create a ripple throughout this galaxy so powerful that we just create a really nice orb of divine light, right? So this reading was inspired or is inspired by the reading that I just recently did, Ashes to Ashes, Blood, Bones, and Dust. And at the tail end of that reading, I heard the ancestors say, you know, they really done fucked up. And I'm like, ooh. So then I was prompted to do another reading. Now, since that time, it's been about an hour or two in between. Obviously, you know, between these readings, we have to cleanse the energy, kind of put things in order. And that kind of helps me balance out what it is that I just opened a door to and what it is that the divine wants the collective to take from that previous reading, right? So I heard the ancestors say, you know, they fucked up. I'm like, woo. When the ancestors started talking to me like that, somebody really messed up, okay? Whoever I'm talking to, you're really, really high ranked. You are one of God's favorite children. I honestly feel like this is a channeled message collectively for the high priestess of this world in general. I don't feel like it's one particular person. However, I feel like the story could resonate a little bit more with one high priestess than it does with another. Whoever this person is that had you on their altar did not realize that you are a real spirit guide. You might hear some highs and some low frequencies in the background just to keep the energy in a certain frequency, okay? What are we at? 963 hertz, divine consciousness or enlightenment with the tuning forks. So tune into that, tune out, get in balance with the sound. It really does help process this information because sometimes these readings get real thick. So I'm trying to see which cards I want to use. Okay, so Spirit is saying that whoever you are a real spirit guide. You are somebody that is guiding people to source, okay? A lot of wandering souls, a lot of people that are lost, a lot of people that spent the block, a lot of people that don't remember why they came back. A lot of people have been cut off from source. I feel collectively, High Priestess, our call is to lead people back to eternal God, right? Not some weird energy where you feel like the Christ consciousness is something that happens after death, right? Which is an illusion, but it's a right now type of energy connected to source right now, not after I leave the physical world and then I return back to source. However, we've already returned to source. So how can somebody return back to source? So once you return to source in the now, walking with source in the now, plugged into eternal light, eternal source, Alpha and the Omega right now in the now, you are now an example by way of kind of like a tour guide, you know, guiding people back to source right now though. Some of these people thought that that was like, if there was like a waiting period. It's like you go through this life and, you know, then you go back to source. No, it's right now. It's happening right now. And so when somebody came for your life, when they thought to break spiritual law, knowing the rules, knowing your calling, knowing what you return back to this cycle of life to do, they really messed up. This is a trickle down effect, trickling down from probably some of the most powerful practitioners in this world. This is a trickle down effect. I feel like this person is being made an example of. I feel like they thought they were above the law. I feel like whoever these practitioners are, they know a lot about ancient knowledge. Again, you can use that information to help somebody or hurt somebody, and somebody chose to do the latter. Needless to say, let's get into this energy. Holy Spirit, divine angels, close any doors that don't need to be open. Use me as a vessel, a beacon of truth and clarity. I pray that my energy does not influence this reading, but I can see things clearly, say what it is I need to say. Let there be no confusion in this message, that it will reach the high priestess at the right time to provide clarification. First of all, let me just say I'm really, really glad that I decided to cleanse in between that last reading, because the energy was really, really thick. Somebody did some very strong witchcraft. When you involve bones, human remains, feces, urine, blood, you really are trying to attach yourself, or whatever you're taking the blood, the feces from. You're really trying to attach that energy to that person because it's so physical. It's the physicality of it. So somebody could have been trying to affect your physical, your health, your mental. There were so many physical elements in that last reading, right? So I heard the ancestors say, I just heard, I can't go for that. No can do I. You got the Ten of Wands. Whoever this person is, they know they messed up. Somebody messed up. You got the Ten of Wands, okay? This was supposed to be on your back. The goal was to weigh you down, so much so that you would give this Christ energy by way of a vain image, right? Like you're carrying all this weight, the weight of the world on your back. This is so far from the truth. Now somebody's in that energy. That card wanted to come up in the reverse. So whatever this is, it has been returned to sender. The divine is stepping in with this Ace of Swords. It's war right now. This person opened up Pandora's box. What exactly does that mean? Because of their ranking, they're also connected to other high-ranking people, high-ranking officials, is what I just heard. And what they did was they brought the entire organization to a halt because of the divine collective. And somebody couldn't get you off that altar. They just wanted to put you in this altar, on this altar, in this jar, because of your power, and you're still coming out like a roaring lion and or lioness. Notice the ancestor, notice the caretaker, like soothing the inner beast, keeping your fire down, soothing your heart. Leo energy. Look at the number 8 above her head, as above, so below. That is spiritual law. It cannot be denounced. You have to respect spiritual law, spiritual lineage, spiritual order, divine order. The Ace of Swords is here, and it is cutting through the thick of it. Clarify, somebody messed up. This is that you want us to know, ancestors. Yeah, look, you're a healer. You're somebody that's here as an example to show people how to heal. This could be like some type of ancient knowledge about plants, herbs, healing, meditation, alchemy. Whatever this is, it's in you. It's not on you, it's in you. And when somebody decided to try to put something in you to devour your physical body with the hopes that you wouldn't go within, they really messed up. Okay? You are a real spirit guide. I cannot make this up. The sun represents happiness, joy, peace, and enlightenment. Being an example of that. When you decide to answer that call as the high priestess, you are taking on a commitment that has to be unwavering when it comes to your commitment to source and humanity. I'm feeling real life path number 9 today. Y'all know that's my life path number, right? It's like, I mean this from the depths of my soul. Like, feel me on this. When you decide to take this call, when you decide to answer the call, or you remember what you spent the block to do. Ace of Swords, the truth is here. You come to some type of realization. You're standing in your power. You're on your journey with the Six of Swords. You've transmuted something. You are a healer. You are certified. You have proven yourself to be worthy. To whom much is given, much is required. So now you're worthy. You're deserving. You're grateful. You carry the sun's energy. And now you have to go and help other people do just the same. And the goal is to lead them back to the truth. You may need to go, or you may have had to go into some of the murkiest of situations, the deadest of bloodlines, amongst the living dead, people that were completely asleep. Because of your calling, right? You've been sent into places that resemble a hell state of mind. Somebody wanted to put you back in a test that you had already completed. It's like successfully passing your test, getting an A plus, the Most High God saying, I am well with you, and somebody going amongst the spirits and saying, I think they need to do it again. So start all over. And they want to put wands on your back, but you're already certified. You already proved that you are who the Most High God is saying that you are, right? Even if you don't know how you did it, you did it. You know the saying, don't ask me how I did it, I just did it. It was hard. You did it though. It doesn't matter. You did it. It's done. On to the next. Somebody wanted to run it back for their own personal reasons. This is something that is against spiritual law. Again, this is somebody that knew better. Clarify the High Priestess. You are somebody that is, I'm telling you, you got the stars energy, Aquarius energy. You are destined to shine at this time. You chose this lifetime. Some of you, this is your last lifetime, and you're leaving a huge impression on this world by way of change, by way of leaving an energetic signature, by way of changing a lot of lives. Your life is important. Your life is on the line. You must make certain choices. You can't do what everybody else does because you're in alignment with Source. And once you get to this point, to be quite honest, y'all, you don't want to be what everybody else is being. You don't want to be a part of all of that. You just want to be obedient because honestly, there's so much joy in this. When people find it difficult being good, that's because there's no good in them. There's nothing good about life that they see. It's so easy being in this High Priestess energy because the joy really comes from the work. It comes from being happy, not only seeing yourself be set free, but seeing other people be set free from people that want to dominate their existence or control their earthly experience. It's like, how dare you, right? Whoever this person is, they held a high rank. I'm telling you, it's trickling down by way of some of the biggest organizations. This person opened up Pandora's box, coming for a chosen one. In a sense, you kind of did stand in between the figurative idea of being the sacrificial lamb, because just that one picture on that altar with the bones, the dust, and the blood led the Most High God and the chosen ones to expose everybody else that's in this organization nationwide, in the country, out of the country. The Three of Wands. You still saw through the murkiness. This is some heavy spell work. Somebody could have also sacrificed an animal. Somebody could have sacrificed a rooster, a goat. Somebody was doing major sacrifices in order to manipulate certain spirits to get them to do what it is that they needed them to do. So now this has opened up the box nationwide. The trickle down effect. You're somebody that's not to be messed with. I can't make this up. The Three of Swords. This person exposed the hands of every dark practitioner in the world. This is how high ranked this person is or was. You got the Three of Swords. Heartache. You got a victory over the heart. The fact that you're coming out with so much radiance, the fact that you navigated this spell work peacefully, is shedding light on so many people that were hiding in the cut, still doing dark magic, still having celebrities come to them, pay them. I'm talking high rank. This is like the big money. These are the big bucks. This person is somebody that knows how to get the job done. And so they're looking at you, little old you. Why? Why does the Most High God favor you so much? Maybe you don't have as much money as this person. Maybe you don't have as much knowledge. But how are you able to get through this? So, seemingly being the sacrificial lamb, you are now standing in between the physical and the spirit realm in judgment. One mistake from somebody high ranked feeling insecure about little old you. That's what I see this person saying, like, what's so important about you? Like, what? They could have even laughed about this. But see, the thing is, High Priestess, you've been activated. You're here to spread love. The lovers. I don't want to show the bodies. I thought I put clothes on these. Y'all, why? Listen, commercial break. I thought I put some clothes on these people. Oh, gosh. I'm going to just have to put some tape on them at some point because I don't like to show the bodies on camera. Needless to say, Six of Wands, overcoming obstacles, a victory. Nonetheless, somebody didn't want to give you your flowers, but I don't feel like you were looking for this person to give you your flowers. I feel like the ancestors are honoring you, and that in itself is enough. Hearing job well done or feeling well, being in optimum health. This person cannot stand the fact that the Six of Swords is a part of your DNA, the healing aspects and the ability to be in optimum health. In order to move forward, in order to do what it is that you're supposed to do, one wants to feel really good, right? It helps when you're helping people that you feel good in your physical body. I feel like somebody wanted your body weighed down, heavy, not moving, immobile, and they just don't like it, okay? But what they couldn't see was something that they could never touch. Look at this. Your Ace of Cups was in your Hermit energy. Your Ace of Cups is inside. You tapped into the fountain of life, the fountain of youth, the fountain of divinity within. This is solitude. This is meditation. This is talking to yourself. This is talking yourself through stuff. This is watching your thoughts, listening to your own words, listening to how you feel about yourself, being honest with yourself. This is a full-blown commitment. And within that is Source. So not only are you tapped in, you're plugged in. You're flowing with Source. There's a flow. There's an ebb and flow between Source and you within. Something that this person didn't have access to. Okay? I just heard working with external forces while you were more on the internal, tapping into the source of sources, the force of forces. I just heard, may the force be with you. Oh, the ancestors are funny. This person was sneaky, deceptive. Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles normally means restraint, but I feel like this is you holding on to your gift. Somebody is like really trying to figure out your secrets. Why can't I figure out your secrets? Especially if I'm an expert in my game, why can't I figure out your secrets? This person took down a whole organization over you, and you served as some type of matriarch for the divine collective. The Three of Cups. Your life, your picture being on that altar was literally divine intervention, because you being on the altar led a lot of people in corrupted organizations, secret societies, covens, cults, whatever, around the world to the slaughter. Quite literally. The Nine of Cups. All of your wishes are being fulfilled. Somebody didn't know who they were attacking. Somebody should have left you alone. This is how you're coming out. I cannot make this up. All praises be to the Most High God, the divine source of all things. Whatever this person did, it pushed you into a higher rank. You may have needed to tap into parts of yourself as a healer and intuitive like never before. Look at the way you activated some type of flow within you. The Ace of Cups is mercy, grace, overflow, knowledge in overflow, knowing what I need to know when I need to know it type energy, pushing the right buttons, Hermit energy. You could have felt that somebody was attempting to keep you bound. So what's really throwing this person off is, how did you tap into Source and I put all these wands on your back? Spirit says this experience could have also revealed to you just how powerful you are. because you need to know that based on where you're going, you have a lot of people to encounter. So to stand in your power is absolutely something that you have to know how to do. Taming the inner beast, switching up the frequencies, knowing when somebody's in a dense energy and they're trying to project it onto you, but somebody went dirty. Somebody got ugly. They took down pretty much, I'm going to be honest, all eyes are on every single practitioner all over this world. I just heard pick a side. So you got some light workers, they're in the cut, they're high ranked all over the world. They know who the collective is. And then you got some people that work in the shadows, they're dark practitioners. That's all they do is play in blood and dirt all day and wear no shoes, and they just mixing up stuff and breaking up marriages and causing, miscarriages and death. And that's all they do all day. It's time to choose a side, because the whole spiritual realm, by way of how people move, has been changed. It's all being illuminated. It's all under judgment. So what people used to do, they cannot do anymore. The spirits in this world want peace. So however they feel that justice needs to be brought down, because that's the purpose of alchemy, is to create balance. But when you're attacking innocent people, oh, you've broken spiritual law. This is somebody that was innocent. These are innocent starseed people. Why is this person on your altar? Why do you have a jar? And then to find the audacity to be angry with God about protecting you, angry about your shield of protection and your ability to know yourself, remember who you are, and tap into ancient knowledge that your soul has collected since the beginning of existence, which is really the end, which is really the beginning, which is really the end. You've been through cycles after cycle after cycle after cycle. Very difficult ones. And somebody messed up. The ancestors was like, oh, they messed up. But the blessing is why this was divinely orchestrated for you to be on that person's altar. Spirit says this led all the other dark practitioners to the slaughter. So you got a lot of dark practitioners right now stressed out, weighed down, trying to clean up their mess, trying to get rid of their stuff. And guess what they're doing? They're just watching. When I tell you the spiritual community right now has probably got more eyes on it than people watching the celebrities right now. They're like leaning in. Okay, what's going on? I'm talking people that have pull in this world. They can make a phone call, right? They got people in high places, but now all the high places have been made low. I can't make it up. Justice, the judicial system, the court system, and then there's the spiritual courts of heaven, outranking any earthly judicial processes. We got the spirits chiming in. Even the wandering souls are now like, oh my God, finally, help us get back to source. See, they don't talk about the witchcraft where they unalive people and they trap their souls here. Those souls want to be set free. Those souls are like, finally. Even if they get a chance to spin the block, it's better than being a slave and being silenced in the grave. Transferred to amulets and dolls and put on altars. They're like, nah, we don't want your ashes to ashes, your dust to dust, your bones to bones. Let me be free. So when I say that, collective, we're real spirit guides. This is what spirit showed me. It's like, let me show you the way. Let me show you how to go within. Let me show you where to go. Here, I'll show you. Proven, tested, and tried. If you're anything like me, I never like to recommend anything to anybody until I've tried it for myself. Least you be a hypocrite. That's not really a good energy to take with you. Not as the high priestess. Yeah, I can't make it up. You got the moon's energy. What's up with that moon energy? And the page of swords? I just heard all secrets are being revealed. All secrets are being exposed. So there was some type of massive ritual done over the spiritual community just recently. I just heard these people know that the stakes are high. They knew that the stakes were high. They forfeited their power in one last attempt to try to take down high vibrational beings who don't have as much money as them, who don't have as much connections as them, but they're tapped in a way that they're really afraid to touch the collective right now. It could cause some type of natural catastrophe, a storm. They know it. They know that the injustices that have been done against humanity, all races, colors, sizes at this point, it's under judgment, severe judgment. So when somebody puts you on that altar and put them bones and dust, it just thrusted you further and further into your destiny. And it's kind of like it gave you this certification, like a stripe, if you will. Like it makes you more certified. They can do a lot of things. This is what I'm hearing. Whoever they are, these dark workers, they can do a lot of things, but what they cannot do is initiate you the way that the spirit realm is holding you up. The spirit realm is initiating you. The spirit realm is giving you accolades. They're giving you your flowers. These are ancestors, ascended masters, people in the spirit, the spirits in the earth, the graveyards, the conjures, the spirits in the earth, the ones that have been buried in the earth, the ones that are in between realms, the ones that want to go back to source. They don't want to be abused anymore. Stop using our bones and our dust. That's what I just heard, for this wickedness. You got the Knight of Cups energy. What's the Knight of Cups energy? Yeah. The spirit realm is coming in like a friend with the cup. It's almost like the spirit realm is romanticizing the Empress energy. Her elegance, her beauty comes from within. Hermit, Ace of Cups. Her waters flow from within. Her God-given abilities is something that she's tapping into. It's not afar off. Somebody wanted you to be wandering around, looking to and fro for something that is right there. It's as, it's as close as the breath that you just drew. It's giving that kind of energy. Now you got the spirit realm romanticizing. Like the spirits love the Empress energy, divine feminine energy. Because they know that we know the way. I just heard a lot of bloodlines have been tampered with. You got people in these organizations going against each other. The bloodlines, Eight of Pentacles, toil and labor, have been tampered with. You got people that were once holding high rank positions in these organizations kind of energetically snitching these people out. They're aware that we have this door open. Yeah, they want no parts of the judgment. They want no parts of the judgment. Some of these people are really innocent. Page of Wands is information. Because they know that the High Priestess going within, Ace of Cups, is going to find out anyway. It's like giving us information that at some point is going to be revealed. We need to know the truth in order to move in the way that the people need us to move by way of humanity. We need to know the truth. So we're always connected to source, plugged into source, getting an overflow, Ace of Cups, of knowledge and downloads. Page of Wands, the Hierophant. Plugged in. People say tap in, go within. No, we're plugged in. There's no unplugging of this. A lot of bloodlines have been tampered with. Whoever I'm talking to, listen, if you're listening to the sound of my voice, you are part of the Divine Collective, and you are here to be a part of a really big conscious movement in order to bring people back to source. I used to hear a pastor say, we got to get back to Bible. And I just heard in my mind, we got to get back to God, back to the divine. Everybody's been here and there. This person did magic to put you on a path of wandering, not realizing. Maybe they did or they didn't. They don't want to admit it because I feel like they knew better. But while they wanted you wandering by way of lustful energies, you were just on a journey, taking it all in. Clarify, Holy Spirit. Yeah. Seven of Swords. You got somebody that's just out here doing the most, and they know better. But again, I feel like with somebody breaking spiritual law to this capacity, knowing that you are a real spirit guide, and they did this, 9 times out of 10, they don't have anything to lose. It's like going out with a bang, right? 4 of Wands. This is an organization. This is a community of people. This could be like a neighborhood. You know, this is nationwide, worldwide. Okay. Clarify. 7 of Swords. This is like a sneak attack. Yeah. These are people that got a lot of money. You got the King of Pentacles. And somebody in a really high position. Somebody is official. Somebody's official. Capricorn energy. The Devil. The Emperor. Whoever this King of Pentacles is to the Empress, they're looking at somebody. Could be somebody in the spiritual community. Could be whoever this person is watching you. Whether this be romantic or just learning and or awakening to what has happened to them, there is somebody who also was high ranked, who did not want this person to see you as a spirit guide. Emperor to the Empress energy. You're coming off like a mothering energy to this Emperor. And he's coming off more like a father. So this may or may not be a romantic situation. But with the King of Pentacles, this person is watching you. They can't get enough of you. But I feel like it's because of the knowledge that you carry with the Hierophant. It's like somebody's learning, somebody's awakening. They're seeing the truth. Somebody came for the wrong starseed. You're a whole earth angel. Temperance energy. You could have balanced out some type of disease or some type of illusion of a disease and death. 4 of Swords. This person wanted to lay you out. This person wanted to stop your work. Okay? They came for the wrong person, wrong bloodline. Projecting illusions of a disease. I cannot make this up. Using bones, dust, and whatever they were using. Okay? To stop this King of Pentacles. Who's this King of Pentacles? Is he a part of this organization? 7 of Pentacles. Somebody that's invested. 5 of Swords. Who's this 5 of Swords energy? The Ace of Wands. There's a King of Pentacles here. Whoever this person is, they're very powerful. They could be very wealthy. I could be talking about people that got a lot of money. This person is watching the spiritual community. Hierophant. Page of Swords, Page of Wands. He's gathering information. He's learning. Energetically, he's snitching them out. He's saying there's organizations, there's societies, and then there's those guys. These are the ones that bend the rules. They're the ones that do the attacking of the lineages. So many bloodlines have been attacked with the 8 of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands. This person is going through an awakening. And there's somebody that does not want this person to see you as an Empress, Hierophant, Ace of Cups, Temperance, and the Ace of Swords. Somebody who speaks the truth. This is a part of High Priestess work. You're changing lives with the information that you bring by way of the truth. And apparently you have stepped on somebody's toes. This is how this person sees it that has you on this altar. This person messed up. You're coming up as the High Priestess. you're coming up as the high priestess. You've been initiated by your ancestors. You didn't go through a ceremony. Your life has been ceremonial. What you've had to go through by way of going within and transmuting energy, that's very ritualistic. You've gone through the rites of passage in a very supernatural way. The spirits have the final say. This is what people need to understand. Oh, I'm going to call my worker. They're going to have this person unalived in 3 days. You don't even know what you tapping into. You don't even know what you're tapping into. The Seven of Wands. Look at all those wands. Look at all that down there, all that what appears to be an attack. A whole bunch of people. And then you got the ancestors saying, no, you're going to stand your ground. This is a battle worth fighting. Because somebody threw some heavy ass spell work just to see you shake. At first, I feel like they wanted you to shake a little bit. Then they wanted to see you shake a lot. Somebody came for the wrong person. The ancestors was like, you know they fucked up, right? I'm like, dang. You know they fucked up, right? 9 of Cups in the reverse. I mean, do we really need to even explain the 9 of Cups in the reverse? Something was unsuccessful. You're chosen. Your bloodline is not to be tapped into. And somebody tried to do something with the child with the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. It's over. Because the way that you're moving by way of Empress, Emperor energy, whatever you have, your offspring have. So your blessings, what's under your blessings is connected to your children and their bloodline. Why? Because the Empress has broken all generational curses, including the ones that she had to break by way of co-creating children. And if you don't have any children, the children in the world are your children. You are the mother. You are divine feminine energy, nurturing energy. There is a masculine here being awakened by whatever this is that you are doing. And there is a witch that wants to bind this person. They both have money. They seem to be high ranked, according to their organizations. You are somebody that is coming out as a gift from God. This person, these people could be saying, well, damn, did you fall straight up out of heaven? What are you? What are you? When organizations start to pay attention to the spiritual community like this, or they try to scramble the energy to get other high priestesses to attack other high priestesses, and you're like, I know that high priestess is attacking me. Sit back with that energy for a minute. Go within, transmute, pray for her, pray for him, keep it pushing. You got bigger fish to fry. You got to save the world. No pressure. From hell and damnation. No pressure though. Why? Because you got everything that you need. This is what it's all about. You got to save the world. You got to make sure that you are representing what it looks like to return back to source now. You walk in balance. Temperance is your vibration. Overflow. Ace of Cups is your energy. Hermit energy. It doesn't mean that you're a punk. It just means that you pick and choose your battles, and the spirit realm will let you know what you need to pick up, what you need to let go. Because when you have supernatural forces that are backing you, you really ain't got to worry about too much. How does that work? Well, sometimes they come in the form of thunderstorms. Sometimes they'll flood out a whole city. Sometimes they'll send in a tsunami. Sometimes they'll send in an earthquake as a warning. And sometimes it's not a warning. It's the final call. Somebody put the wrong person on their altar. 5 of Wands. These organizations are fighting. They're snitching on each other. They're selling each other out. They don't want to be bound to what somebody else did. It's like being a part of an organization and one person opens up Pandora's box and puts somebody that fell straight from the divine. Like maybe you didn't loop around like everybody else. Maybe you're some of the rare spirits that returned from source. Whew, Lord, my goodness. Maybe you just walked right up out of heaven. Because I feel like a whole bunch of organizations have done everything in their power to try to clean this up, to try to block our intuitions. And they've done so much, y'all, that they've really given us their power. That's how much magic they've tried to do over the chosen ones. In their mind, they're like, oh, well, if you're chosen, well, this is not going to work. We'll just send you cancer. We'll see if you alchemize that. Okay. This is how they think. You know, they got gins that cost hundreds and thousands of dollars. Oh, I'll just put my gin and, okay. Yeah. What's so special about you? And then you come out with the Ace of Swords and Strength. Now, everybody's got the gas phase. Everybody wants to pass gas now. What's going on? Everybody's got the bubble guts. Their Virginic energy is off its kilter. They're getting sore and sick to their stomach. Because how? Where did you come from? Did you come from the stars? How? This is what happens when the God complex and needing to prove who you are becomes a part of your daily life, which is absolutely unhealthy. These people rely too much on their resources. That's what I just heard. They rely too much on their connections. They rely too much on their status, their earthly status. Now they're all fighting. Five of Wands. You got some of them that want to be friends with you. Knight of Cups. They see you as a gift from the divine. They too want to be set free, right? The thing about these secret societies, though, is what one person does, they all have to kind of pull together to balance out the energy. That's the catch. Their blood oaths that they take. They bind themselves together. It's the ties that bind. It's the contracts that bind. Show me this King of Pentacles. I feel like there's a divine masculine that's waking up. Yeah, there's a divine masculine that's waking up. The Emperor energy. This person might want to come towards the collective. You got the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. This person could be playing it small. I feel like somebody's wealthy. I'm going to be honest. I feel like they're playing it small with the Knight energy, Knight of Wands, and Knight of Pentacles. Because somebody is not wanting to be seen for their status, like how much money they have. They want to be seen as an emperor, as a divine masculine, as a person. Show me this person. This is why somebody put the collective on the altar. You got justice, karma, good karma, justice system. Somebody holds a very powerful position. The Two of Pentacles. Somebody is learning something and unlearning something. This magic was supposed to get somebody to walk away from a divine feminine, from divine feminines. I feel like somebody wanted to block this man from all divine feminine energy so that he wouldn't get this connection. But it's bigger than just a Two of Cups or the Lovers. This is like high level commitment, soul tribe, being a beacon for light, illumination, illuminating one's path. You know, again, the guiding light, leading them back to source. This person refuses to walk away. The Eight of Cups in the reverse. Somebody wanted this person to walk away. What's the Eight of Cups in the reverse? This man refused to walk away from what it is that he wants. Yeah, I can't make this up. The Two of Wands. So somebody tried to change the direction of his path. So you could be, yeah, I feel like whoever these people are, they had several people on the altar. I feel like there's one practitioner in particular that could have had a divine masculine and feminine on the altar. You got the Two of Wands and the Eight of Cups in the reverse. This man is refusing to walk away. But I feel like this has some type of duality. Eight of Cups could be them trying to block this man, like trying to block him from moving forward, and he's walking away. But he's not walking away from his destiny. Eight of Cups in the reverse, but he's going towards the Two of Wands in the upright. Eight of Cups in the upright. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. This is somebody that has a lot of knowledge. Yeah. Judgment has been called down. Judgment over the bloodlines. Some of this person that had the bones and the blood with the picture and the dust on the altar. Show me this person, the Ten of Wands. All that weight is on this person's back. Because again, with all this negligent behavior, going against spiritual law, denouncing their rank, you know, they took down a lot of people with them. A whole organization, if not all of them. Ten of Wands in the reverse. They showed us their whole hand. They showed us all, like, as I was channeling that energy, y'all, I could see all the magic they were doing. I'm like, these are y'all secrets? This is what you do? And I only divulged what I was advised to divulge. You know, as the high priestess, sometimes we see things that, you know, yeah, we don't really have to say all of what we see. But if you know, then you know. But I saw all the magic. I was like, y'all just gave up all y'all's power. So your money, your status can't save you from judgment. Your soul is under judgment. You know you got to stop doing that, right? So the Ten of Wands is in the reverse. That's a whole bunch of people being hurt. Show me this person that put the... Yeah, I can't make it up. Yeah, I can't make it up. The Queen of Swords in the reverse. Somebody that felt like they were the cat's meow, the dog's bow wow. And maybe they were at a certain point. Maybe they were doing things, bringing balance. But somebody went against spiritual law and they lost their rank. And now they're just going rogue. They know that they ain't got nothing left. The Moon energy. This person is hiding out, still doing something. Yeah, under the moon. Whoa. Whoa. Still with something to prove. I feel like there's something embedded in this person. Like some type of programming. You know, whatever these initiations are, whatever these rituals are, it's like something else is what am I picking up on this person? Queen of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, there we go. Nine of Swords. Something else is in this vessel. This is a demonic force on assignment. Somebody could have been using a spirit to do spell work. This spirit has absolutely possessed them. They're hiding this. They could be trying to like get this entity out of them. But look, it has taken root in their mind, in their consciousness. The Nine of Swords. They wanted to remote view through you. So your eyes could have been twitching. You could have felt like stabbing to your eyes. It's like somebody wanted to see through you, but they got lost in this Akashic Records. Because again, you deserve to be in alignment with your assignment. And whoever this person is that's learning from you, whether you encounter this person or not, this person is one of your soul contracts. And you're here to satisfy your contract and return back to eternal source. Nine of Swords and the Page of Swords. Somebody sent you some type of mental attack to make you look like you didn't know what you were talking about. Maybe to try to siphon your knowledge, to try to control your crown, to put you in a suicidal energy with the hopes that you would walk away from your destiny, abandon your higher self. This person really messed up. The ancestors are on that ass. Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords. I just heard this person is afraid to go to sleep. Okay. They were working with a lot. Somebody could have been working with scorpions, red ants. Somebody wanted to attack your beauty. Somebody was doing a lot. And they forfeited this knowledge, therefore depowering it. It's like somebody put a lot of power into stopping somebody who is a real spirit guide in this world. And whatever power this knowledge had, or whatever they were, you know, they knew up to said point to do as an expert in their ranking, they depowered their bloodline. They yanked the power up out of the magic because it's coming from the wrong space. And so somebody could be possessed. With the moon, remember in the previous reading on Spiritual Core TV, we talked about how this person could be hiding out. They could be looking like whatever they conjured up. But something has definitely possessed this person. I just heard zombie state. They wanted you in a zombie state, and you're coming out as the Ace of Cups. All praises be to the Most High God. I feel like with the picture and the bones and the dust, I feel like somebody was really focused on changing your aesthetics, how you look. You know, somebody really wanted to mess you up. They messed with the wrong bloodline. The Eight of Pentacles, toil and labor. Somebody was doing heavy spell work, forbidden spell work, after being advised by their ancestors and possibly colleagues as well in this group to not do it. Somebody said, I'm going to do what I want to do. I know what I'm doing. This always works. Eight of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. You were doing heavy spell work over an Ace of Cups. Somebody that the divine put here to guide people back to source. You are a divine reminder of source going within and tapping into the Ace of Cups within. Whoa. Divine flow. The ancestors are hot. And there's a union here. Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is a celebration. But also with the Four of Wands and the Five of Pentacles, I feel like these organizations are leaving certain people behind. Because I heard pick a side. Pick a side. Because see, what happens is when you do spell work like this, it goes up the chain of command, you know, by way of the organization. Again, somebody opened up Pandora's box. Their magic led us to all these other people and revealed all their secrets. That's a transfer of power. So now their biggest fear is that we're going to take their magic and do to them what they tried to do to us. The ancestors said, oh, we'll just wait and find out. Spirit said these people are sitting on pins and needles on the edge of their seat. It's a nail biting situation with the Nine of Swords. I can't make this up. Four of Wands. You got a divine union here. Okay. You got a new cycle with the World. The Seven of Pentacles. New beginning. Four of Wands, celebrations, Ace of Cups. The Most High is like, the show must go on. And the Three of Pentacles in the reverse, whoever this diabolical interference was, they're a rusty third wheel. They gotta go. They can't intervene on your life. They can't stop your unions. They can't stop your money. It's over. It's done. It's done. It's over. And they don't want to accept it. This person does not want to walk through fire. Listen, the fact that they have to lose everything and start all over is still mercy and grace. That's still a form of mercy and grace. That's like the divine giving this person a slap on the wrist, like, okay, listen. Because the ancestors are chiming in, and the ancestors are not going to allow whoever these people think they are to just keep attacking the divine collective. It just don't work like that. So the fact that the universe has called down judgment with justice here, the scales being balanced, and saying, okay, the verdict is in, and the verdict is that you got to start all over. You're going to lose everything that you think is of value. Since you couldn't find any value in the knowledge, we're going to take it away from you. Since you wanted to abuse your knowledge and your know-how, and you broke spiritual law, and your ancestors told you no, and you disobeyed them, we're going to release you over to your ancestors and let them torment you. And that's exactly what's happening. Nine of Swords. So they got their own ancestors whooping that ass. And then they got your ancestors. Then they got these deities. And whatever they conjured up, they're walking with you. The deities are coming in. The angels and the demons are coming in as a Knight of Cups to the collective. Like, how can we help you? We like, look, just take care of that. This is how they're moving. This is how the spirit realm is moving for the collective. Seven of Pentacles. You've planted good seeds. You've done a good job. The Ten of Pentacles is happening right now. Divine lineage. Knight of Cups. The spirit realm is like, how can I help you? Just put it in the ethers. Whatever you need. We're like, look, just clear up all this diabolical whatever. Okay, whatever they did, you know, we're very forgiving people. We know how to flow because God has been too good to us. Even in the middle of all of this, right? So we know how to flow, but it's the spirits. Nine of Swords. stress, anxiety. The spirits are not that forgiving. You got spirits on top of spirits that have been trapped here, people that have been unalive, their destinies was taken, they was bound. You got people that was doing ancient knowledge, not allowing the spirit to go into the next life or back to eternal source that had them trapped. These people got bigger problems than they could have even imagined. The 10 of Wands in the reverse is about to be global. Spirit just said, wait for it. They tried to cut you off from nature. 9 of Pentacles, Virgo energy. But your intuition, you know, your stomach, Virgo energy is like a processing center. That's where you get your intuitive nudges. That's where you digest knowledge. Because this third eye energy is given like belly button, like portal. Yeah, listen, you tapped in. You plugged in. Remember, that's where you got all of what you needed from your mother, is through the umbilical cord. But I feel like when that cord was cut, you went on your own journey. And that cord is now connected to the earth. Your affairs in the earth, your purpose in the earth, your divine order in the earth that you're coming to bring. You're a real spirit guide. You should have never been on anybody's altar. Anybody printing out a picture, trying to put you in a jar, it's only a matter of time. They're just going to be in the number 9, which represents death, the 9 of swords. It's almost like a dead man walking, quite literally. My left ear is ringing. Because this person is begging 5 of Cups to the spirit realm to forgive them for hurting a Queen of Cups, a sweetheart. 5 of Cups is grief, scorpionic energy, death. 5 of Cups, that's grieving, sadness, depression. 9 of Swords. I'm telling you, some of these people are trying to commit suicide and it's not going to be successful. It's like, honestly, can I just be real, y'all? The spirits are playing with these people. You got trickster spirits. They could be seeing flashing lights. They could be feeling haunted. They could be moving from hotel to hotel, Airbnb to Airbnb, whatever they're doing, moving around. Somebody does not want to go through this 5 of Pentacles. They don't want to be homeless. They don't want to walk through fire. But what they don't realize is that in order to get to the water, you got to walk through fire. This person tried to denounce your spiritual report card, your spiritual resume, your spiritual knowledge. If they were so high ranked and they felt so powerful, they should have never moved like that. That's not power. When you got the water, the air, the wind, and the earth on your side because of your work, this was not smart to try to use earth magic, forbidden magic, blood, whatever you were using, animal, whatever, to try to take down somebody who has a natural born right to be here, to start and or finish their journey, and they will. And so it is so. It has already been finished. They've already affected the world, even if they're in hermits. It's a frequency. It's a vibration. This is God connection. And somebody wanted to sever that connection. So with the 5 of Cups, this person is in anguish. They don't want to walk through the fire. But with them, they're bringing other people in this organization. I feel like people walked away from this person, though. Yeah. I can make it up. Your destiny is here. Wheel of Fortune and Strength. Okay. Power. Braveheart. Unwavering power. Flowing with things. Queen of Cups energy is treating all of this hatred with like holy water. It's like you're dousing holy water. Like, here, bitch, be happy. Here. Psst, psst. Splash in water. Water represents emotions. A cup overfloweth. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow us all the days of our life. Because we are connected to the Lord, our God. We're connected to God, our God, right now, not later. You living in the house of the Most High God right now, on this day, in this moment. Yes, we are. Somebody's begging the spirit world to forgive them. You got the King of Swords energy in the upright and the 10 of Swords. Gemini energy. Who's this King of Swords in the upright? The 7 of Wands. There's somebody in this organization that could be trying to protect you because they see what's going on. Clarifying, this King of Swords. Could be a Gemini. The Three of Cups. Somebody's birthday is in June. This person is protecting you. They see exactly what's going on. The Seven of Wands and the Three of Cups and the King of Swords. Somebody's very knowledgeable. This could be this divine masculine. The Emperor energy. The Three of Cups. This person's a part of your destiny. They feel some type of connection to you. Even if you don't know this person, they know you in the spirit. Your energy is very familiar. It's like being around you, collective, is jogging somebody's memory. It's making them remember who they are. What's the Ten of Swords? The Page of Wands. Yeah, this person, people in this organization are snitching energetically. They want us to pick up on these messages. Page of Wands, they want us to see the information. Yeah, look, it's like every man for himself. They're all stabbing each other in the back, the Ten of Swords, because one raggedy person, two raggedy people, really one person took down a whole bunch of people that feel like they don't need to go down with this person because they weren't doing anything like disrespectful. What they're saying is that we're not going to burn with you. But see, that's not the oath. When you join these organizations and you take that oath, that's not the oath. Yeah, that's not the oath. But number one rule is don't break spiritual law. Ace of Wands, don't never go up against the God, like the God above all the gods and the ones that God represents or has sent. Are you crazy? Somebody was crazy. I feel like whoever this Queen of Swords is in the reverse is, they wanted something for themselves. There had to have been a reason, but they didn't know how strong of a soul you were. They didn't know. Look, they couldn't even see. With all their knowledge, they could not see. The Six of Wands, you've had a victory in a lot of different lifetimes in order to get to this Ace of Pentacles. Somebody felt like it was just being given to you. It didn't matter what they thought. Look, this just fell out. The Chariot and the Four of Swords. I feel like this person tried to send you some type of terminal disease, and now they have it. Six of Swords in the reverse. They can't transmute it, but they know that you know how. Six of Swords, you weren't supposed to recover from some type of terminal illness, some type of something that was supposed to kill you slow. That's what I just heard. Clarify, Holy Spirit, the Chariot. The Three of Wands, but you're still moving forward. See, this is what's so crazy, because the Six of Swords in the reverse means the Ten of Wands in the reverse, that something backfired. Somebody threw a lot of diseases at you, death. Somebody wanted something to eat away at you. Like, this person was very malicious. So to see them in the Five of Cups, trying to mimic what appears to be empathy, this is like a demon crying. Something has possessed this person. The Moon and the Nine of Swords, they're hiding the fact that they're possessed. And they don't know what to do. And they could have already been kicked out of this organization. People don't want to fool with this person because they basically exposed all the secrets through their work. Things that they were taught, things that were handed down to them. But again, this reading was not really about them. They just happened to come up in the reading. But I feel like the Queen of Swords in the reverse represents a multitude of dark-ass witches and warlocks that broke spiritual law. And then you got a couple of these people like snitching them out because people are seeing the truth. They know what they did. And so it's like they know how to undo whatever magic they're trying to do, whatever forbidden spell work. Somebody's opening up portals and doing all kinds of weird stuff. Where they messed up is you're a real spirit guide. Seven of Cups, illusions. They're losing, but they're still sending out the illusion that they're not. You're a real spirit guide, chosen ones. Judgment. I cannot make it up. You see the way something's coming about the grave? I feel like something's coming about the grave. I feel like they woke up the ancient gods. I feel like they woke up the dragons in the earth. I feel like they woke up some water gods in the ocean. These people did not know. If you're coming up as a Queen of Cups, You could have like marine spirits around you protecting you. What does that look like? They send rainstorms. They send thunderstorms. They will flood this bitch out. Please. This is what I'm hearing. The ancestors are saying, listen, they didn't even know who you were. You're coming in as a daughter of Yemaya. You're coming through as a mother. And somebody put you on the altar to try to take you out. 5 of Cups. It's grief. It's torment. You are the Hierophant. King of Cups, Hierophant. Be you a masculine or a feminine, you are the Hierophant. You are the chosen one. Judgment, 5 of Cups. There's a domino effect. There's a ripple effect. I need this to be stated clear. This is what the ancestors are telling me. We need this to be made clear. A whole bunch of people are going to go down for Pandora's box being opened on a real spirit guide who is a Hierophant, King of Cups energy, psychic energy. The sun. You're like a guiding light. You got false light. You got people that mimic light. You got people that shapeshift. No, you're true enlightenment embodied in this world. Even when you feel like you know nothing, you still are living by example. You got people that are watching you because you know a lot more than a lot of people. And then you're going to meet people that know more than you that are still here, that are sticking around. I don't know why I heard still here. Okay. Sticking around to share that knowledge with you. For some of you, you got ancestors that have not officially crossed over into eternal life because they stuck around to assure that you got it. Some of these people don't want to spin the block. They want to return back to source. So they stayed here to make sure that you got it. And this person cannot change this. 9 of Swords, Judgment, and the 5 of Cups. I feel like, honestly, y'all, whoever this person is, these people, whatever this is, I feel like they want to commit suicide. So they could have sent you suicidal energy. They sent suicidal energy to a Hierophant. Yep. So they could take your power, but you're standing in your strength. You got a very strong soul. Yeah, they did everything that they possibly could. 10 of Swords. Wow. The 7 of Swords. Breaking spiritual law. Sneaking and deceptive. 10 of Swords. 9 of Swords. Look at the synchronicities. These people wanted you ended. Whoa. Oh, my God. And you a whole Queen of Cups out here with the King of Cups energy. I don't even know what else to say. King of Cups to the Queen of Cups. There's so much love overflow here. There's so much divine love for people, humanity, life, gratitude. You were the wrong person to put on the altar. Spirit says there's others that they tried to do this to, other high priestess. Everybody's paying with their life. And when I mean paying with their life, I mean like their livelihood. Some of them are going into poverty. Some of them have to walk through fire. Some of them you will see in the street. Some of them will lose shelter, money. They have to walk through fire. Because look at your strength, the sun. Yeah, these people don't know what you had to go through. They don't know what you had to lose. They didn't know anything about you and your bloodline. You walked through fire. And now it's your time to be celebrated with the 3 of Cups. And you're still showing up as water, like love, with passion. Hierophant energy. Queen of Wands, confident.